So we got Chetwayo La Borde. He's with us via Zoom. We're going to chat with him on a topic relating to the holiday yesterday. So let's see. Let's bring him in now.
Hello, good morning.
Hey, Seth, what's going on? Talk to us, man. Morning.
I'm all right. Shub Diwali to all. I hope everybody enjoyed their holiday.
Nice, man.
Of course, on occasions like these, I like to take the opportunity to utilize those celebrations and tie it in to health.
Right.
So if I have to entitle the segment this morning, I will call it The Light That Heals. And understanding the Diya within. Because when we think about Diwali is a celebration of light over darkness, knowledge over ignorance. In fact, it falls on the darkest day of the month, all right, where there is no moon in the sky, so the darkest day, so that light has to shine to brighten or illuminate that dark night, all right? But let's draw reference to the Diya as your body, because it, in a sense, is symbolic to us because it represents our mind, body, and spirit working together to shine this light. So think about the Diya, your light. The light from the Diya would represent your intent, your will, your knowledge. That's the flame, life itself. And the wick would represent your body, your organs. That is a physical structure that carries the nutrients to keep the flame lit. And then the oil would represent your nutrients, which is what would be channeled through the body to keep the flame lit, to keep that life and intent, all right, knowledge burning, all right. Now, when it comes to Diya, you have to put in the right inputs, right? So that oil plays a very important role in keeping that flame alive. If the oil is contaminated or you use the wrong oil, the wrong accelerant, the light would flicker, it might spark, it might flare up, right? Different things would happen. You would even get smoke. And think of all those things happening there as being figurative to represent disease. Now, when things like that happen and you're seeing smoke coming off, all right, which is disease, a lot of people have the right intention, is that they want to get that light burning without the smoke, without the discomfort, without the impurities. But the mistake being made is that the focus ends up on trying to just fix the smoke without understanding what is causing it. So the light is flickering, it's diminishing. So instead of people usually focus on what is being put into the Diya, the nutrients, they tend to focus on other remedies to try to fix that problem. But those other remedies, which are things they might use, drugs, pharmaceuticals, not address the environmental factors that is causing the contamination of the oil, or not even understanding that the oil that they used in the first place was not the right thing. So it kind of results in them lighting the wick at the next end. So if the wick is representative of the body and you light both ends, it means that the health of the body is going to deteriorate faster than it should have. But a lot of people seeing additional light is just looking at that and saying, things are okay and fine. Using the wrong oil, you might get little sparks and flare up, and they might see those moments of sparks and flare up as a positive. Oh, there is more light there and then, not knowing that that is an indication of a greater decline or a detriment that is taking place, because they are lighting the wick from both ends. Now, I'm saying that to say, because let me give examples. I have had many people come to me with a lot of chronic diseases. Many of them have been taking treatment for chronic diseases. For example, someone came to me with prostate cancer. Their PSA readings are extremely high, right? This is a real, true story. PSA readings are extremely high. They did chemo, right? And have been doing chemo, but the readings continue to escalate. Why is the readings continuing to escalate? When they came to me, because my focus is on root cause, I got to the bottom of it. What they were unaware of is the very things that they were doing, their home remedies, which a lot of people do, drinking the pawpaw leaf, soursop leaf, these things. They were unaware that those remedies were actually preventing their treatment from working. But we have to understand, remember when I did the segment with regards to chemo and radiation and so forth, showing that those are very harsh treatments on the body as well. So now you have not just one harsh treatment, but two harsh treatments taking place and butting heads and making their condition worse, because nobody is focusing on root cause. So the inputs coming in, they're not addressing the malnourishment in the diet. They're not addressing the contamination of the diet, which is what caused the problem in the first place.
Right.
But they are looking for means in which to fix a problem where they don't know what caused the problem. And that is what most people are fixated on. I want to fix this issue, but they are uninterested in root cause. You cannot become healthy if you do not know what is causing you to be unhealthy.
Yeah.
You can't truly fix a problem if you do not know what is causing the problem. So trying to treat an issue while still fueling the disease is lighting the wick on both ends. You are going to shorten your lifespan dramatically.
Right.
And you are there thinking that what you're doing is right. So people have good intentions, you know. Their intentions are good and well, good intentions, but the intentions are misguided. Misguided intentions can cause somebody to run to their doom with zeal. So they are zealous in doing what they think is going to help the body, and they are unaware that is running down their health even more. I had another guy came to me. The guy believed in his home remedies, health conscious person, or what people would have called or referred to as health conscious. Right? Living his whole life thinking that what he is doing is fine, not knowing that all the stuff that he taught was him being health conscious and he needed to consume was things that was against his biological makeup and wasn't the fuel that his body needed, but was against his body and his health.
Right.
Got 2 heart attacks in a week. Right?
Wow.
This is a guy that thinking what he is doing is correct. Got 2 heart attacks in a week. Go on to the hospital. They tell him, well, you need to go on this medication. Refused to go on the medication because he believed the medication is harmful. Fine. All medications have side effects. Sure. Came to me. I go through and I showed him, well, this is what you need to do. This is what you need to change. This is what was the root cause of your issues. And then guess what? He also refused to do what it is I told him and believe he still knows what is best for him. His entire year, his entire life, he is doing what is best for him, and it led to 2 heart attacks in 1 week. Right? I've seen this time and time again, where people are relying on their own limited understanding. They don't have knowledge in biology or nutrition, physiology, anatomy, none of these things, but they assume they know better than everybody else. All right? And then they are unaware that they are the orchestra of their own demise.
Right.
Right? And this has been happening repeatedly. And this is why I encourage people. Understanding root cause, nutritional therapy should always be first and foremost. You cannot be trying to fix your health issues if you are refusing to understand the root cause of it. I've even had people that when they come to me as we now start, they say, yes, well, just tell me what I need to eat. That is all I want to know. And I stopped them and I told them, hey,
that usual thing,
I do not operate like that. You would not adhere to a dietary regime if you don't understand why.
Why, yeah.
You
why
need
it's
to
not
make
that
those
way.
changes. I will see people comment on my Facebook posts and say things like, well, tell us what to eat. That is not throwing out little snippets, or what I might say, little treats, little trinkets, or eat this, or don't eat that, or don't eat. That is not going to help you unless you get the full understanding of the picture. I see it as being reckless if I say, yeah, you could eat this, but you can't eat that. And they don't understand why. Because the information is going to be applied inaccurately. This is why when people ask me what it is you eat, I will say you need to book an appointment and come and see me, because you need to understand why I eat how I eat. Right. Me just telling you what I eat is going to actually do you an injustice. Yeah. A big, big injustice. Because you're going to think, well, I could do that, and then I would get the same results. No, it don't work like that. One has to understand the entire physiological body, the entire physiological principles, and apply it accordingly. That is why I coach the diet, and it relies on feedback. And based on the feedback, the diet is adjusted accordingly to then get you to the position or place where you could handle your diet on your own. And this is what people need to do. All right. I've seen people follow. I saw a guy, a Rasta guy from the US who have dreadlocks. Yeah, the Dr. So-and-so is it? I can't even remember his name. Big PhD and stuff. But I was listening to him speak. All right. Because somebody sent me a video of something that he is saying. But I'm listening to him speak. And somebody with a PhD, they are very cautious in what they're saying. And he wasn't. The things that he was saying, I was like, nah, this man cannot have a PhD. So guess what I did, Steph, when I decided to go and research to see if you have a PhD. So there are organizational bodies that research people's credentials. Those organizational bodies did research his credentials. They couldn't find any institution that had awarded him a PhD. Okay. Right? So when he was confronted with that, he said he had an honorary PhD. So then, of course, they did the research. They cannot find any organization that awarded him an honorary PhD. So it's very likely that he gave himself a PhD. But how much people are going to research that to ensure that what these people are saying? So a lot of people hold on to confirmation biases, not because you think something should be right, means that it is right. Yeah. And this is what I see happening. Pawpaw leaf and soursop leaf is not healthy for the human body. No way, no how, under no circumstance. Okay. Under no circumstance does it have any health benefits to your body. It is going to damage you. And I'm saying that again because I am fed up of seeing people literally kill themselves, Stefan. Kill themselves following home remedies. Right? That has nothing to back it. Nothing to back it. Okay. And it also blocks health treatments that could have helped the health treatment and go in and fix your problem, you know. But it could have helped you. But the home remedies they have been trying, which is backed by nothing, absolutely nothing. They can't find nothing to tell me that, oh yes, they could back this. Literally killing them, eating them up from the inside, poisoning them. Because people don't even know soursop is banned in some states in the US. Right? And it have reasons for that. But here it is, we are thinking that once it tastes bad because of commercials like and products like Buckley's in the past where it say it tastes awful but it works. There's a reason why it tastes awful, you know. There's a reason why it tastes awful. That is part of your body's defense mechanism to tell you you should not be consuming it. But we have ignored all those biological warnings that we have been born with. And that is diminishing our light. People's light are flickering, it is dimming, and it is going out too soon. Okay. All because we are not interested in understanding root cause. We need to focus on root cause. Root cause, there is no, and this is why we can't get nobody to come and debate me. There is no place in healthcare where nutritional therapy isn't needed or isn't necessary. It doesn't matter what extent of sickness, of disease that you're at. Nutritional therapy will always have a place. Always have a place. It doesn't matter what treatment you're doing. It could be chemo, it could be radiation, it could be stem cell, it could be any treatment, right? Nutritional therapy always have a place and would always be a benefit, but it's to get people to understand that.
All right.
And this is why I think in about 2 weeks, my book is going to be published so people could understand these things a lot better.
All right.
All right.
All right, Seth, we're out of time, but thanks a lot for joining us this morning, and we'll see you again next week, man.
All right, then.
All right,
Thanks
cool.
for having me. See you next week.
Yeah, man. All right, so...